1,000 listings in 30 days wrap up. You want to know how I did? Stay tuned. Hi everyone, it's Stephanie from Three Queens Resale, and if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining us. It does mean a lot to me because I know there are lots of people on the internet, and the fact that you found me and I found you and we're together means a lot to me. And if you are a reseller bestie, thank you for coming back. It means the world to me that you continue to show up and be part of this positive YouTube community full of resellers, people who want to sell pre-owned clothing, shoes, accessories, or hard goods and create a sustainable fashion industry. It does mean a lot to me that you're here and that you are part of this community. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Today's video is a wrap up of my listing challenge. And if you are new here, I will link the videos above. But I decided that I was going to try to list 1,000 items in 30 days on Poshmark. Was I successful? I was not. I listed, let me look at my notes. You would think I have this number memorized. I listed 864 items in the 30 days. So I was 136 short. So few reasons I did not make my goal. One, I scheduled when I randomly started this on November 12th. I did not think that 30 days from that would be December 12th, which is my daughter's 19th birthday. So yeah, I did not plan ahead appropriately. So that was one thing. And then I had run out of items and I just was really tired of sourcing. I get it. I know sourcing is everyone's favorite part of reselling, but when you're trying to source 1,000 items in 30 days and photograph them and all that, I just got tired. And so I think that if I would have had that day, because I took December 12th off, the last day, to spend the whole day with my daughter on her birthday, and she is about an hour and a half away in college in Bloomington, Indiana. So I chose family. So my work-life balance, my kids are my why, and so I just chose to be with her. And when I realized that I was not going to have that day and I didn't have enough stuff, I kind of like lost my mojo. But I finished listing what I had, and I was short 136 items. So it is what it is. But I'm super proud of what I did in 30 days. I worked so hard, harder than I ever thought that I could on my reselling business. And now that I know how much I have in me, I'm going to hold myself to that expectation moving forward. I am not going to list 1,000 items every 30 days. That is not something that I think is sustainable. What I do think is sustainable for me is probably between 300 and 500 listings a month. And so that is what I'm going to strive for. So first of all, well, not first of all, because I'm like 4 minutes into this, but let me just ask that if you're viewing me, that you comment down below or like this video or subscribe. I am trying to build my YouTube community, and I am learning how that works and how to get pushed out, and it has something to do with algorithms and stuff. But I know the more interaction that my viewers have with the videos that I create, the content that I create, the higher I get pushed up in search. So when people search reselling or reseller channels or reseller challenges, that they will find me and they can be a reseller bestie, and that will grow my channel. And yeah, that's what I want. That's what I would like to have, is just a big community of us all sharing our ideas. And it doesn't matter if people are experienced resellers. I am really focusing on providing content for people who are interested in getting started in reselling, or new to reselling, because reselling has really, it's like my passion, um, for this phase in my journey in life, and I enjoy it, and I really want to share what I am learning with people. So that's a little plug for my channel. So hit the like button and subscribe, please. Thank you, thank you. But back to the challenge. So I have got to give a huge shout out to my husband. Um, he has he photographed, um, and measured and packaged all 864 of those items. Without his help, I would not have been able to do this challenge. So, if you're interested or if you're trying to do 1,000 item listing challenge, I am 1,000% transparent and that I had his help, um, and doing all that back end work, because without him, I would have 864 items just laying around in piles and nothing in the inventory bags or on the spreadsheet. He took care of all that. He photographed it, he measured it. So all I had to do was pull them up, in a shared folder that we have of photos, and put them in List Perfectly and push them out to Poshmark. And he is, just I can't even say that Three Queens Resale is like my thing anymore, honestly. He will tell you that it's my thing, but it is like our thing. And I even refer to it as our thing now because he has really, just been such a blessing. He saw that I wanted to go full time with this, but I'm also working another full time job. Um, and he has been 1,000% supportive in helping me like get this thing going. And of course, it benefits not only me but our entire family. Any income that we make off this, and so um, he's just willing to jump in and learn any aspect. He does not want to be on camera, so um, uh, I've tried to like sneak him in here a few times, but every now and then he'll walk across the back. But he isn't camera shy, so but he's such a cutie, so he does not want to be on camera. But he is just a great asset to what I'm doing here. So if you don't have a helper person, um, and you can list 1,000 items in 30 days, I am bowing down to you because I could not have done it, even what I did without his help. Um, and he's even our next challenge is in the next 30 days to cross list everything that has not sold on Poshmark, um, over to, um, the other platforms. So Mercari, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Kitizen, Tradesy, and Grilled. So that's what we're working on this next 30 days while we're continuing to list new items, 10 to 20 new items on Poshmark a day. So yes, there's always something, a challenge going on. But without his assistance, none of that would be possible. So when I look back at this past 30 days, the things that I have learned about reselling, I have learned about myself. I'll share a few things with you. The first thing that I learned about myself is that, I create unrealistic expectations for myself. Um, and time management is still a struggle. Um, so to think that I could do all that, like source all of that, list all of that, even though my husband was doing a lot of the back end stuff, and do my full time job and maintain my household and spend time with my kids, was craziness. So um, I think that, moving forward, I'm going to make sure that and then all it does is create stress for myself. I put these self imposed like deadlines on myself, and then I get like overwhelmed. So I'm really focusing on like slowing down. I left a hectic, manic career that was making me sick. I was a public school teacher for 23 years, and I quit in June. Um, Last year in October, I was diagnosed with anxiety, depression, and PTSD all a result of being a public school teacher during a pandemic. And then in June, I lost my dad. Um, and then in October, I lost my mother in law. So I am really trying to slow down and enjoy life and enjoy what I'm doing. And so I don't want to continue to create unrealistic expectations for myself, especially in resale, because I got into this because I love it. It was like my hobby, and now I'm trying to make it my job. So I wanted to kind of just like be natural. Um, so other things that I've learned is that I want to work smarter and not harder. And so in doing that, I'm changing my business model a tad, from volume based to more designer based, um, and looking for um, paying up for items that will have a bigger return. So um, my analogy has been is I'd rather sell a bike, 10 bikes a day than one Cadillac a week. But if I can sell one Cadillac a day versus 10 bikes a day, that would be awesome. So if I can find those pieces that shoot for, $100 profit, um, that's what I'm going to spend the majority of my time sourcing. I'm still going to go to the bins, just not as much, because, well, you can find rare gems at the bins, but I also find a lot of items that I can flip from that $30 to $50 price point, and that is going to be my new focal point, that $30 to $50 price point. Um, so let sourcing less items with a higher resale value. And that's what I've gotten from this experience, because while um, I love reselling, I still am growing my business, and it's not to the point where it is my full time income. Even though I work full time at it, I do have another job that I'm working. And so I just want to have I'm working all the time, and I just want to have some relaxation time, some family time, be able to put the computer away and enjoy my life, you know. Um, Also, what I realized is in listing 864 items is that I have space issues. You would think that I have a lot of space, and I do, but um, during this process, we had to add a new shelf, which, the new shelf and all the boxes that come with it was, a $200 expense, because we ran out of space. And yeah, it just, I don't, we, we are in a rental home right now, and we're looking for a house specifically with a finished basement to run our business out of. So all of the business can be in one place, but now we have this business in multiple rooms in our house. And if you've seen my ride along video, I gave you a tour of every place that we had things, which is fine because I don't want to get a warehouse space. I'm not there. I don't know that I will ever want to get a warehouse space. But today, on what is this, December 20th, I don't want a warehouse space. I want to be able to operate solely out of my home. Um, let's see. What else do I want to share with you? Let's get into the numbers. So, I sold during the challenge, I listed a total of 864 items. And of those items, let me make sure I'm looking at the right notes. Okay. I sold 56 of them have already sold over the course of the 30 days. And so of that, I made from those items, after fees, after shipping discounts, after cost of goods, I've made $1,012.50 from those 56 items that have sold during the challenge. So I still have another 810 items, 800 and what? 8 items left listed that will eventually sell, and you know, I'll make money off of. Also, during and those 56 items, the average cost of the average sell price was 1808. So that's average sell price after fees, um, cost of goods, shipping discounts was 1808, which I was really, when I was at the bins, really trying to source things that I could get $20 for or higher. So that strategy is really working. Now I'm going to elevate it a little more and try to go from 30 to 50, which I'm going to bring home less items, but hopefully they'll sell for more, which is less work overall. So also during that same 30-day period of time, I kept track of the items that were already listed before the challenge. Of those items, I sold 60 in the last 30 days. So that total came to $689.50 for an average sell price of $11.49. So to me, that reflects how I was sourcing previous to the challenge when I was just trying to pick up things. I wasn't necessarily like that focused on high end comps. And so those older things are selling for less. And I'm actually trying to create space for newer items. So I'm like just trying to get rid of things and selling them cheaper so that I can make a profit, but also create space for that new 30 to $50 item in my inventory. So overall, in that 30-day period, I from Poshmark only, I made $1,702 out of that's after fees, that's after shipping discounts, that's after cost of goods. I sold 116 items, and the average sale price was $14.67. So, um, the fact that the older items, the items that were already listed, that I'm deeply discounting, that's bringing down my overall average sale price. But I'm expecting the next 6 months that to be like that, as I work on like getting rid of older inventory and really shifting my focus to items between that 30 to 50 or higher range. So hopefully in when I check in, if you stick with me and continue to follow my channel, when I check in 6 months from now, we'll see that average sale price way up in the $30 range. So, what's next for Three Queens Resale? Well, like I said, we're going to go ahead and work on cross-listing all those items to the other platforms. But I'm just going to, like I said, continue to source less, but source more quality items. And I'm also working on learning about higher end brands using the features within Poshmark um, to identify what those brands are and even what those pieces are within those brands. So as I learn more information and I become comfortable in that information, I will definitely share it out in videos. I do appreciate you for following me in this challenge, and make sure to give me a like um, and subscribe. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye.